talking like this, all right? And freedom to choose from brands around the world in any color or microfiber towel you want.
As long as it's red, white, and blue.
Amen.
And cut, that's a wrap. Good job, team. Yeah, good job.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You coming to party tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there. Just gotta get a change of clothes and snag my backpack from the warehouse, but I'll be there.
Hell yeah, man. See you there.
You got it.
You like doorbusters? Do you like doorbusters? Yeah, that's the one. How about 20% off?
Kind of spooky in here.
Hello? Anybody?
Must have just been the wind or something.
There you are. Guys? Come on, guys, this isn't funny. Guys?
Stop!
Hello, Ghostbusters. No, we're serious.
Great, because I have a ghost in my warehouse I need taken care of.
You do?
Yeah, I've called every other emergency service and no one has been able to help. They don't take me seriously.
Non-believers, they're more common than you think.
So you can be here? I need someone out right now.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll be right there.
We got one! Yeah! Awesome!
Well, now what do we do?
Suit up.
Are your guys' packs fitting okay?
Yeah.
I see
Mine
yours.
fits great.
Yeah.
What about yours?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good.
It'll be
Dave.
fine.
It's fine. Let's
It'll
get
be
going.
great.
So, what's the plan? Are we walking or?
No, I already took care of that.
Whoa, Dane! What? You made the flex look kind of cool.
It is cool. It was cool. It's always been cool.
It was never cool. Let's go.
I am impressed.
Oh, thanks.
Dane, this thing is sweet. It's like we're official ghost dusters.
Yeah, man, that's the idea.
I know. Enough talk. Let's get going.
Come on. Dane, I don't think that's
One
gonna.
second. I'm sure I can.
No.
Take off the backpack.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit.
Dane,
But
let me get you out of there. All right.
put that in the back, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Good
Yeah.
idea. Dane, go! Jeez, guys. Let me do my thing. All right, here we go. All right, we're going. Get out. Oh, I can't believe we got stopped. Sorry. Sorry. Hurry. No. Come on, we gotta go. Take your time. Yeah, just walk real slow. We're good. Good job to do, man. Close that thing. We're out. All right, go. Well, Dane, I can't believe you made a stop so you can get a haircut.
Yeah, Anthony, because your stop was so important.
Dane, that needed to happen.
But I suppose the good news is that we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Glad you guys made it.
Jesus, where'd you come from?
Well, Aaron was last seen going into this warehouse here.
Wait, so you didn't see a ghost?
Well, I mean, not exactly.
Then why'd you call us?
Well, this place looks sketchy as hell. There has to be ghosts inside.
Yeah, he has a good point there.
I mean, we can check it out.
We are dressed up.
Yeah, we'll go inside.
Great. Good luck with that.
Is he wearing Brooks running shoes?
Must be.
He's sure moving.
I am so thirsty. Why don't we stop for sodas?
Levi, we made enough stops already.
Yeah, I am getting kind of hungry too. Maybe we can start for tacos after this?
I like that idea.
What about Express Cafe?
Could get some cake donuts.
That'd be nice.
So I really like carne asada tacos. I also like chicken tacos. Also, a big fan of chimichangas.
Yeah, I like just plain asada tacos.
I'm a big fan of chicken fried steak.
Dane, I don't think that's a taco.
It's an Express Cafe staple.
You know, for only being ghost testers for like 20 minutes, I feel like we're doing a pretty good job.
No, Hold on, calm down.
I'm out. Listen, I signed up for tacos. I signed up for dress up. I did not sign up to hunt ghosts.
Ghosts are in the name, dude.
Yeah, stop being a baby. You're with us. We can get tacos after. Let's just get this done.
Promise we'll get tacos after?
We'll get tacos after.
Yeah, turn around, let's go.
You guys hear that?
No, you're fine. It's probably just the wind.
I think we should leave.
I think it's
we're
okay.
okay.
Come on,
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
We got it.
We're fine.
How about 20% off? How about mystery boxes?
My light's dead. Dane, give me yours.
Hey. Anthony, open the box.
I'm not opening the box, Dane. You open the box.
I can't.
I'm not opening the box.
We could all open it together.
Okay.
I've been a resident of Boise, Idaho for over 800 years.
I just don't get why this always happens to me every single time.
Oh, come on, guys. You get it. You get it, right?
Hello, and welcome to the inside of the box where we very conveniently got a change of clothes.
Yeah,
But, you know,
it's
that
all right.
was one heck of an experience.
That was
wasn't
fun.
it?
That was fun.
I was cracking up watching it. Every time we see it, pick up on new little details as you watch, especially like in here. We didn't get the audio, so I'm just paying attention to like little visual gag stuff.
right.
But, oh, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, seriously. So, as you guys noticed, the sale doesn't start until the 16th. So, all of you that are watching got that as a little first treat.
It's a special preview.
Yeah.
It gives you a heads up as to what's coming, but we've been working on this for a couple months, and we've been so excited to share it with you guys. And huge shout out to Anthony Blaine, who edited it. And, of course, everybody else who helped as well. But Blaine really killed it on the edit. So thank you, Anthony Blaine. And, of course, to my left here, I have Crystal Ball Anthony.
Yep.
Welcome. He's not going to be saying much during the show, unfortunately.
no.
He's a little under the weather, inside of the ball, however you want to say it. But, yeah, that's basically it. How about housekeeping? Let's touch on that.
Well, as you guys saw, the sale is on October 16th through the 20th. And, yes, to answer some of your questions, there is a T-shirt, and it is coming. So hopefully you guys are going to be ready for that. Save the date, so to speak, the 16th through the 20th. Make sure that you guys hop on there and get your get that all set up, so that way you're ready to go, so you don't miss out this year on the special edition shirt. And then again, mystery boxes. These are going to be great mystery boxes. Anthony Fisher built every single mystery box and picked every single product that was in there that's going to be in there. So hopefully
he likes to tailor them.
He's really excited about this. He kept saying, like, the whole time while he was typing it up, he's like, this is going to be the best mystery box yet. And then he'd type again, and then he'd go, this is going to be the best mystery box yet.
Well, and
then he'd type some more, and I'd go, let me guess, it's going to be the best mystery. He's like, that's right. He goes, I've put everything in this mystery box, and he's very excited. So there's going to be a lot of mystery boxes.
He knows, as many of us do, though, that like when it comes to mystery boxes, there's some jaded people out there, right? They think, oh, all mystery boxes, it's just stuff you're getting rid of. Oh, I'm not interested.
All four are different.
This stuff's
I
good.
think there's 3 or 4, but they're different. Each one's different.
Each one's unique.
Each one's unique. So he's really excited about it. I think you guys are really going to get a kick out of this. So next week, 16th through the 20th, we're going to be running that 20% off plus mystery boxes available, which are going to be highly discounted as all the products and stuff. So you get a great deal buying a mystery box. And Anthony is home today. He's feeling a little bit under the weather, so we beamed him in through that beautiful crystal ball right there.
He's just going to hang out
here on the desk, just enjoying. Like I said, he can't talk, but he sees all.
He's here in spirit.
And knows all.
Yes.
So, yeah, it'll be good.
I just constantly waving.
I love it. But other than that,
good job, little guy.
Other than that, we've got Justin Pate in the house this week doing some videos. And then next week, he'll be here for the 19th and 20th, hosting an Avery Dennison color change class, as well as on the 21st, he's hosting a certification.
Yes.
We got a lot going on this next week.
Oh, it's very busy.
So not only is the sale happening, so we got our October Halloween sale, but the 21st, October 21st.
Yes.
Not only is it the certification day, but it's also the grand opening, grand opening launch of the
we're right on
MVP
it.
Detail store, supply store. So you guys can come in there and buy products if you're local. And then also on the 20th, what we have going on is Global SV.
Yeah.
So Global SV Week is here. The Rag Company is going to be hosting it. And I'm going to try and plan it for that Friday to host it in the new store, like in the bay where the truck is. So those folks that are coming in. Because we're going to have the class in here on the 20th. So it's just going to free up, and we've got that space over there, and it'll hopefully get some of the locals that want to take an SV.
Yeah.
They'll be able to not only get a preview of the storefront, but they'll be able to take their test there, get a little thing. So we're trying to do a lot of fun stuff next week. It's going to be a busy week. So if you're in town, 21st, come visit, come check out the storefront. If you're looking to get SV'd locally through the IDA, we are going to be hosting. It'll be me and Tom Smith that are going to be the RITs for that session. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of good stuff this next week. And, man, it's just a ton. So, bear with us.
And I was also going to say, SEMA. For those of you who enjoyed the little preview we gave you guys right before the show here, or you're just hopping in and you're afraid you missed it, and you're like, what's everybody talking about? Everybody's saying this was awesome, epic, whatever. We'll play it again at the end of the episode today. So you'll be able to get a chance to see that one more time, because we just love it so dang much.
Yeah, it was super cool. Again, all of our team that put that together.
Yeah. Big shout out.
And to Anthony Blaine, who not only directed it, but wrote it and pre-produced it and did all the, the guy's a genius when it comes to this stuff.
Anthony Blaine.
And then, of course, Glenn for all those special effects.
Oh, yeah. No, Glenn is a visual effects master now amongst us.
But all of our team, cool. Seabass for having like one day of audio work. For Jimmy with his color correction and some of the stuff there, and Nick. And
then me just with like a few music suggestions, sequences.
Yeah, doing some stuff. So it's pretty fun that we get to do this every day, and we can only do it because you guys buy stuff on our sales and you tune in to our show.
You guys support the shows, you support the sales, you support TRC, and you guys here, there are 37 of you here in the chat right now. I want to thank each and every one of you for being supportive in your own way. And if you haven't already, please click that like button. That's the smallest, easiest way to show support right now, here today.
Yes,
but
hit that like.
if you enjoyed that video, I feel like it deserves a like. So if you could, please, that'd be great. All right, now, our weekends? What's going on here?
So do you want me
I
to
don't
go
know if I
first,
even
Dane?
really want to talk about mine. You go for it, buddy.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the weather has changed here in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
It was a hot one.
Took a turn.
So this weekend got warm.
One last time.
Pretty nice little weekend. I didn't have a car for this week, so I was kind of looking forward to that, so I could do some relaxing, just chilling out, hanging out. Kind of happened. I was telling Carly, I feel like our weekend went by too fast this weekend. It was almost like there weren't enough days in it. But Friday night, pretty standard night. We just kind of hung out, enjoyed ourselves.
Sure.
And then Saturday morning, woke up, and Carly went to the mall with Hadley and her mom and went to go run some errands. So Augie and I were at the house, and Augie went and rode his bike with his friend, and I had an item that I needed to replace on the Suburban. Conveniently just went out.
Oh.
The blend door actuator. So first, when we were up camping, the dial on the right of the HVAC system, when you put it on face, it would go to the defrost. But then it would stay on defrost, so you couldn't turn it to anything, right?
Okay.
So I went and got a new control box, right?
Okay.
Pulled that out, found one at the junkyard for $10.
Yeah, good
Popped
pick.
that one back in, same thing, nothing worked.
Oh.
So I was like, dang it. So read online, everyone goes, oh, replace the blend door. So I order that, get that, and I'm like, I'm going to put this in. Well, I put it in. Took me 3 hours to do it. The most awkward space. It was next to the gas pedal, Dane.
Oh,
but
nice.
tucked up under the dash.
Oh.
So I had to lay on my side, on my back, like this, with my headlamp, with my glasses off, trying to get this little piece.
I did that in my Volvo with a cabin filter once.
Yeah.
I never wanted to ever do it
Oh my gosh, my ribs still hurt
because
from
it was
laying
European,
on that.
so it was on the driver's side. I was
right.
like, "What is this?" But I get you.
So it was. I was just like, "This sucks."
Did you think to? I don't know if it's possible now to detach the pedals just to get better access.
No, I laid my head on the brake pedal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used that as I used that as a rest. But yeah, no, I was able to get it off, get it swapped, and then got in the truck, fired it up. Sorry. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Oh.
Climb under and look, and I'm watching, and it's moving, Dane. It's moving back and forth. So I watched another couple videos. I unplugged the battery. I replugged the battery in. I pulled both fuses for the front HVAC.
Hard
reset. Full hard reset. Started up again. Still not working. Watching it, it's just bouncing. It's not actively moving through a full sweep, right?
Okay, yeah.
I take it off. I pull the whole thing apart again. Pull it off. Put it back on. Set everything on there. Turn it on. Is all backwards.
No. Is it possible to put that in backwards?
It's been 3 hours.
I assume that there's like only one way for
There's
it to
only
go
one way
in.
for it to go on and off. How it... I don't know what it did, but it's on the right way.
It went through a wormhole and just flipped.
Dude, I turned it to the defrost, and all of a sudden it blew on my face. I turned it to the face, and it went to defrost. It went to face and floor, and it went to defrost and floor. I went to defrost and floor, it went to face and floor. The only one it worked on is floor.
Floor.
In the middle. It worked perfectly on that. But I was so, completely frustrated that it had done that, because I had spent literally 3 hours swapping a part that's 2 screws and a plug. That's all it is. And you pull it off and you put the new one on. That's all you have to do. And how the thing went backwards, I have no idea. Some people I was reading online were saying it's when you do that reset.
Okay.
You probably had it set at the vent. And so it takes the first, so you have to do another hard reset of it, and you can recycle it back. dude, my brain was fried. I was done with that. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just called that I'm not going to do anything. But I put my new boot on for my shift lever.
Okay.
I also was working on the tow haul switch.
Okay.
Wires are too tiny, so I can't butt connect them.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to get a soldering kit and solder the wires together and maybe get some heat shrink tubing and stuff. I might have to make Nick do that, producer Nick, because he's good at that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But I got my new boot back on there, so I got that all looking fresh in the steering column and whatnot. Clean. But yeah, so that was Saturday day. When Carly got home, we kind of just chilled out a little bit, tried to relax, and then our kids each had a friend over. So Augie had a friend over, Hadley had a friend over, and we did what Carly refers to as a late night.
Okay.
So they just hung out till about 9:30.
But it's not a sleepover.
Not a sleepover.
They're just staying there a little late.
They're just staying there a little late. So it worked out really well. However, we realized that we're going to have more of this.
Yeah.
This is the start of something. This is going to start of weekends.
Was this the first?
This is the first time that both of them.
Did that?
Well, it's the first time both of them have just randomly had a friend over.
Oh, okay.
So Carly had gotten dinner. Augie called one of his friends and said, "Hey, come over for dinner." Hadley, excuse me.
Hadley
had called a friend of hers, and he came over, and so we had these kids over, and it was great. I mean, they're well behaved, wonderful. They're not
destroying the house.
They're not destroying the house. It was one of those where Carly and I were like, man, we need to escape because, we couldn't really disappear. Augie and his buddy were playing tablet games. Hadley and her friend were upstairs watching a movie. So it was like, man, we're going to have to build another sanctuary in the home for us to retreat to.
Back in my day, we'd be playing like GoldenEye 64 or something.
Yeah, see, I don't have any gaming systems, so that would have been a treat.
I just heard tablets, and I'm like, wow, times have changed.
Yeah, so, but that was good. Saturday night we did that, then took the kids all home, dropped them off at their respective houses, and then Sunday, biggest day of the year, apparently. Mm-hmm. So Sunday we woke up, got ready as fast as we could, got dressed, got the kids put together, swung by Barnes & Noble and picked up some gifts, and then headed to a couple birthday parties that we had this weekend. So one was was Anthony's daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
And so we showed up for that. Quite the extravaganza. Amazing. Probably the best second birthday I've ever been to.
I think that's mostly because in the case of most second birthdays, the kids aren't going to remember it.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
So most people are like, this one's mostly just for the
kudos
parents.
to Anthony and
this was nuts.
Kudos mostly to his wife for doing all the work.
He told me she put 75 plus hours into this thing.
It was amazing. So that picture at the beginning is Augie holding his picture. They got pictures of all
I thought, did you make that and then come show up at the thing?
No,
you knew they were going to be like that?
So Anthony asked me for photos of my children because they made those.
That's
that was
fun.
part of that 70 hours.
Oh my God.
Was them printing out photos of all the other kids. That was what was on those tables.
For some reason, I thought it was just like each showed up.
One of those guests
as like a gag.
That was a child.
That's funny.
Got a photo of themselves wearing a party hat and a toothpick or a popsicle stick.
Because for those who don't understand, the idea was Anthony's daughter. She got like a million pictures of her in different hats in black and white, all.
They decorated the whole place with it. Yeah.
So getting the other kids in on it, genius move.
Yeah, and then the kids they had a craft center so they could decorate and design their own.
That's great.
It was amazing. So kudos to to Anthony and his wife for putting on an amazing birthday. And then we headed over because Brad Gates, Boise resident of over 1,500 years, I think.
Oh, is that?
He's my dad, so he's going to be living here longer than I. It
makes sense.
It was his
chronologically.
It was his
and biologically
27th, 69th birthday.
Dang,
I think that's how that works. But
it's a good number.
Yeah, so it was his birthday, so we had to go visit my dad for that. And had fun with my siblings and in-laws, and just kind of hung out. We enjoyed ourselves. Had some Chicago Connection pizza again, a Boise
you do love
staple.
A good Chicago Connection,
and then because nothing says Boise, Idaho like Chicago Connection
Well, that's
pizza,
right, yeah.
deep dish Chicago style pizza. So
Not wrong.
anyway, that was, and then
a
we went
thing.
home and then kind of hung out. I ended up vacuuming and sweeping out the trailer, getting it kind of wiped down, getting it cleaned. I still need to wash it.
So it hasn't been cleaned really since the last trip.
It's been emptied.
Emptied, yes.
Yeah, and then so I went in and vacuumed and swept and
But it's
cleaned
not
up
like
all the
you
dirt.
detailed it yet.
No, I wiped down everything. Thing's brand new, so
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
like
it's still going to be pretty clean, but
it's like a brand new car you take on a road trip. Like you want to clean it back up, but it's not
a little
hammered,
dusty,
right?
a little bit of force stuff made its way in. Yeah.
So I wiped everything, wiped down the surfaces, and cleaned some of the stuff, like wiped down the couch and the seats and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I still need to wash it because it is. But we've had rain scheduled in the forecast and stuff, so I just haven't
threatening and then not actually doing anything. Last night we got a little sprinkle. That was it.
Yeah, but I need to park it back in the stall because
Yeah.
it's taking up a lot of parking in our house. But other than that, I gotta clean my garage this week. I gotta at least attempt to try because I've got a car coming in this weekend to detail, and I don't like stepping around everything. It's
not
just
great.
super cluttered.
Eventually you trip on something.
Yeah, but other than that, I got my neighbor tossed out a smoker, and so I grabbed that. It's a stick burner smoker.
Okay.
But it's like an R2 unit. It looks like, it's like a tall, cylindrical.
Gotcha.
It looks like literally R2-D2.
When you first said he tossed out a smoker, I was imagining like a bouncer throwing a guy who was smoking out of a bar kind of situation.
No, they were. So it's house across the street. She was cleaning everything out. She's getting the house kind of ready to shut it down for the winter because she's going to go to Arizona for
like
the
a
summer.
little Weber style thing.
Kind of. It's an old.
But like full body down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 3 layers. So you build your fire on the
I know the
bottom.
one,
You put your smoking chips and water in the
Yeah.
middle, and then you put your meat on top.
Yeah, middle's where the apple wood goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So didn't buy that. I just walked across the street and grabbed it. Brought it
Better
over.
than buying it.
Because Carly and I want to venture into the world of Dutch oven cooking.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
we spent the weekend watching some Dutch oven videos,
Mm.
learning some Dutch oven tricks. Carly posted on her Instagram, the Mommy Meme Jeans.
Careful
like,
YouTubing that.
Send us your Dutch oven recipes for camping. Holy crap, there are some amazing Dutch oven recipes. So if you guys have any Dutch oven recipes,
I feel like there's going to be
add
a
them.
lot of jokes sent
Send
your
them
way.
into the Rag Company
a lot of
podcast
not recipe
discussion
recipes
groups.
coming your way.
I don't care if people want to talk about how they're going to Dutch oven their partner. That's totally fine with me. I'm just looking for delicious recipes that you can
There
make at
it
the
is.
campsite.
Yep.
So yeah, so we've been watching some of that stuff and learning. But I bought that mostly so I can make some fires because I have a gas fire pit, and then Carly and I were started to look in our backyard and go, where could we literally start a fire to get some coals burning, heat them up?
Yep.
Where could we practice some Dutch ovening in the backyard?
Dutch ovening.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So I'm gonna pick up a Dutch oven and learn how to do some fires and figure that out so we can cook some delicious morsels on the
that sounds
weekends.
great.
I think that'll be our winter, our fun winter game. I think is going to be making some neat things like that. So anyway, but that was it was pretty simple. It was quiet. It was easy.
Yeah.
Anthony's party was off the chain.
It was for a
say.
2-year-old's birthday. I've never been to anything like that, including when I was 2 or when I went to
the bottle service
friend's place who was 2.
the bottle service, the bubble machines, the lighting.
They had bubbly.
The inflatable balls and
like a big beach
bouncy
ball,
house.
Which I heard a funny story from Katie. She was talking about when they were driving over with the supplies to the park. Anthony, she said, should we tie the beach ball down? And Anthony said, no, it'll fit just fine in the back in the truck,
right,
in the Ram. And he stuffed it amongst a bunch of other
large.
things.
It's the size of this table.
It's a white beach ball the size of this table, and you can imagine what happened next while they were driving down.
Yeah,
the
it
road.
wouldn't fit in the Forerunner.
Flew out.
Yeah,
and into the road, and then she had to run and go get it and not get run over by traffic.
Thankfully, it was 6:30 in the morning. Apparently, too. They were setting up at like 7
early enough.
or
Traffic
something.
was minimal, but just the point is, strap down your loads when you're driving with a pickup truck. Like, if it's something that can fly away, it probably will fly away.
Yeah. It's so for those of you that were in the Meridian area that had to swerve to miss the giant white beach ball,
you know who to blame now. And it's not Katie because she asked.
Dane, I got to see you at the birthday party.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
I was there helping set up a few things and record, like when they were doing the pinata, which Katie also made the pinata.
Custom built.
Like, didn't just go and buy one, like made it. Everything at this kid's birthday party was custom made for
craft
the
center.
The actual
They had the mimosa
event.
station.
Yeah,
They
no,
had
it was good to have adult
pizzas.
orange juice there.
It was amazing. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it was well thought out. And he said it was only like $50 to rent the little corner of the park there. So I was like, okay. You get a little, bandstand covered area, whatever, and they give you power so you can plug in a boom box and the bubble machines and all that. So yeah, no, it was very cool. So anyway, that was your whole weekend?
That was my whole weekend.
Okay.
That was it, man. That was nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Well, unfortunately, I'm bringing the
My
crazy
back
this
hurts,
week. It sounds like your mom did ask a good question here. I'll go ahead and pop this up because yes. So Anthony, feel better soon. Agree with that. He's a little in the crystal right now, but he'll be all right in the end. I did finish my door, so I was talking about a dog door.
Yeah, did you do some pre-gaming and some practicing with
with the dog door, I was kind of starting my weekend off going, okay, what am I going to do? You know what? Today, I'm just going to do this thing. I'm just going to do it. So, got out the good old caulking gun, got the stuff set up. I got the door assembled. It's, for those who are curious, it's a pet-safe smart door. So it's basically just an electronic dog door.
Yeah, they got to have the code.
And basically you have a little, RFID type chip ball, whatever. Put it on your dog's collar. Then when your dog gets close, and you can change the proximity with a little dial to when it unlocks. And it's like guillotine. It just click. And unfortunately, a lot of the reviews I read online, the ones that were like a little bit, not negative, but just like not, it's amazing, said that the sound scared their dog.
Oh.
And go figure, in my case,
Scared
that's
your
also
dog?
what happened. She was scared of it because it just sounds like, it's a pretty loud, like, clunk.
Yeah.
But that's only when it opens. So when it closes, it's very slow to close and lock down, just for like safety reasons. So I can respect that. But yeah, no, the sound it makes when it opens is intense if you're not used to it. So I'm trying to get her acclimated to it. But the point is, I got that dog door installed. I was really proud of myself finally getting that dumb thing done.
Did you practice? Did you do a couple practice cuts?
So
with the Sawzall, or did you just go in?
I just went for it.
Hell yeah.
I threw up the template. I looked at it. I marked a corner with a grease marker, just over in the corners to be like, about here, about here, about here. And then what I did was I worked off of where the original dog door had been. Yeah. And I just used that as my top right corner. Okay. And then I worked my way in the door. Because the thing was, how some doors have like the little... Just like a design flourish, they put those little like sunken rectangles, in the door. Basically, the previous owner, when they installed their dog door, they did it right about where that rectangle is on the right
in
side
one
of
the
that
rectangles.
Door, underneath the.
So you just went to the other rectangle.
So I just made my way over, and it stopped at about the line where the left rectangle starts to dip in. So I was like, I can go right up to the line.
Nice.
I did a pretty good job.
Okay.
I got the top, the sides. I did a really good job keeping it, lined up nicely. Trouble was, I then, for just a second, got a little too cocky doing the other side because part of the problem is you cut straight lines, but then eventually you have to be able to...
The blade will flex.
You have to get it into a position to go back vertical again.
Right.
So you have to cut in a little bit or at a diagonal to get it. I cut in diagonally, and then I tried to turn it, but I didn't turn it fast enough, and I ended up doing a nice big bow on the left side, and I'm going, oh, God. So basically, I had to caulk in a moon-shaped chunk back into the door, and I just kind of caulked it into place. It blended in perfectly, so I'm at least happy with that. It's still insulated and all that, especially with the all-weather caulking. It's good to go. But that was frustrating. That will haunt me, just looking at it and go, never again will I do that. I will always, think before I just simply cut.
Yeah.
So that was just a little thing there for me. Okay, so what you guys really want to hear about is the other thing that happened to me this weekend.
So what happened?
So on Saturday night, the plan was that we were going to go and celebrate my Aunt Maylee's birthday.
Okay.
It's going to be a nice little event. We're going to go to a restaurant called Crave. That's very good. Mm-hmm. It's over in Eagle, kind of going up towards Anthony's house in Meridian. It's on a main thoroughfare, easy to get to, but it's kind of kind of a popular joint, and usually see like nice cars in the parking lot and stuff. Like when I drove in, I'm pretty sure I was behind Drake from Lupo driving an 80s Ferrari 328. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So, it's the kind of spot where you might see that kind of stuff. So I felt perfectly comfortable driving in.
So you were driving the Jag?
I drove the Jag. It was a 50-50 toss-up. I was like, drive the Flex or the Jag.
Or the Jag.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing after this. I might just come home, but I just want to drive. If I'm going to drive and I want to have fun with it, go for the Jag. Have some fun.
So is it just you and
so
your family?
I was just joining up with my family. So my dad was under the weather, and Liz was actually doing a tournament thing she'd already agreed to prior. So she wasn't involved in that. But it was just, my aunt, her partner, and then my mom and my brother and I.
Yeah,
so
quiet.
we all just, quiet, and just to hang out. We had a great dinner. Showed up. I'll give the timeline because this is kind of important to it. So we had a reservation for like 5:15. So I roll up like around 5:10, 5:15 or whatever. Just getting there around the time we're supposed to.
Back the car in show position?
Yeah, I always back into places just because, you want to... Show position is one thing, but for me also, it's a quick exit if you need it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, trying to
You'd
back
rather
up
take
out of a
the time
situation.
backing in at the beginning than take the time backing out.
Exactly. Be ready in an emergency situation,
situation,
whatever that may be. Just little preparedness. It doesn't take much to back into a space. So anyway... I did that, and of course, when I go into places like that, fortunately, this is a good-sized parking lot, big, wide aisle, lots of room, and the spaces themselves, while they're not Costco wide, they're pretty good. They're ample enough.
They're not the parking garage across from the Bodo.
Right. It's not like everybody's like breathing on each other's windows or anything.
Garage.
Yeah. So when I park in there, I feel comfortable. I'm like, yeah, this is fine, and I'm in the front row. Right in front of the front doors on a row of like 5 cars or so, 6 cars. And then opposite us is another row that's much longer because it's like main body of the parking lot.
Yeah.
But where I am, I thought, okay, fewer cars. That's fine. It's kind of the main thoroughfare where people pass through looking for spaces elsewhere. Anyway, I'm kind of playing it up.
Yeah, safe spot.
So I park perfectly centered between the lines just to make sure nobody's going to give me door dings. We're all good. The cars I parked around were not like decrepit or anything. So I felt like, okay, these people look like they respect their cars. I'm comfortable parking here. And that was that. Went in around, 5:15, closer to 5:20 there at that point. Went and got dinner, enjoyed dinner, had a great time, family stories, all that stuff. Really just had a lovely time. And then it got kind of close to like 6:45, 6:50, and I said, oh, hey, Eagle Lux is a theater that's like right in the same parking lot. And I said, there's a movie going on that I'd like to see. I want to go see that, the Creator movie. And I was excited to do that. I thought maybe they want to go see it too. So we kind of talked about it. And we're like, well, one starts at 7. That's literally like 10 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Maybe we go do that.
Yeah.
It's like,
okay, great.
Cool.
Dinner and a movie.
It's literally right there. Like, okay, spontaneous of the moment decision. That's great. So we ended up basically going, all right, Dane, you go ahead and get tickets, and the rest of us, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention what the rest of the front of the car looks like because I can't really see. I just see the headlight, and I'm like, it looks a little weird. So I walk a little further out, and then I see this. Well, that's the note I got afterwards. But yes, it was not what I was looking forward to. Nobody expects this. Nobody anticipates that they're going to walk out of a nice meal and find their car just, shattered in the parking lot. Not a great look. There's my brother, of course, surveying the scene. But, it's kind of a shocking amount of damage for what can be done in a parking lot at low speed.
Yeah.
Because to some people, it just looks like the bumper got pulled off or something. But no, like, it got hit. And I know it's hard to tell, but that headlight, those things are like $2,600 a piece. The underside of that totally cracked and like smashed on the underside. You can't really tell from that angle, but it's there. It's damaged. And then this was weird because there was like a full-on scratch on the opposite side of the car here where clearly like the bumper slipped under the quarter or something and scratched it. Bear in mind, the whole car's PPF'd up front. All that stuff is PPF. So a lot of what you're seeing on the surface damage is to the PPF. But, that's got to be replaced too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I walk out there and my heart sank, but I go into this weird kind of like,
do I still buy tickets for the movie?
No, because at that point I was like, well, there goes the movie. And I don't know, because it catches you so off guard. And I realize people are like, there's way more important things in the world than an object. You should care about people. Yeah, but you know what? In that moment, I didn't have to worry about anybody else as a person being hurt or anything. It was simply my prized possession has been damaged by somebody, and I want to know what happened. I have this fight or flight thing, right, where given the choice, I don't fight. I go into the fight mode, but I'm not entirely. I get calm, but it's like an eerie type of calm. So some people look at that and go, you're way too calm for this. But in my case, it was because I was like exploding internally.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Externally, I was just presenting as, you know, and you can hear it in my voice. I made a TikTok about it because all the footage I recorded for insurance purposes, I was like, well, I got all this. I might as well share it with people so they can see it. But yeah, smashed up good. So that was pretty messed up.
So
but anyway, what I found was as I walked up, people around me went, wait, that's your car? And they said it with the kind of tone that says they've been looking at it and wondering about it for a minute. And so as I walked back towards the restaurant to ask if anybody saw anything, I have no fewer than like 20, 30 people coming by me going, that's your car? I've been saying, and apparently there were so many witnesses. So this is good. I really appreciate that there were so many people around who were not, you know, going to be jerks about it, but were supportive and kind and like, hey, I saw this. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, I would hate if that happened to me.
Yeah.
I get it. I appreciate it. Talked to the gals at the front desk. They said people had been coming in for close to the last hour saying something about a smashed car in a parking lot. And they didn't think to come and like maybe ask around like the guests, like, hey, just checking in. There's a car in the parking lot that got hit. Does this description match your car? You know, just it's not.
They could have just sent it. They could have come around to every table and asked.
Just quietly check. You don't have to make a big announcement, but just like check. Because man, I would have appreciated that. But instead, I found out long after the guy had gone.
Yeah.
He basically hit it, and then witnesses that I spoke to later said that he was in an F-150. It's like a 2015 F-150. I know that now because I have an insurance card. Backed into the car, went, oh, I didn't see the car there, which I know the 2015s have like a standard backup camera. So that was kind of, you have sensors and stuff. Unless you're driving the work truck spec one, you've got tech in there that tells you, hey, you're close to an object. But still, not the point. He hit it. He then looked back and said, oh, I guess I hit something. And then I guess took some pictures and wrote a little note that just simply said, hey, sorry about your car. No, I'm sorry I hit your car. It was almost like avoiding responsibility. Just sorry about your car. Super neutral language.
Yeah, it is.
And then please call me or text me or I have insurance. And that's good. So I was happy to hear I have insurance. If it were me, I would have just written the insurance information right there. But I ended up calling him, but not until I did several other steps first. So the first thing I did was call the police on the non-emergency line and basically explain the situation. And then they proceeded to tell me how because it's in a restaurant parking lot, that's private property, and they're not going to send an officer. They're not going to do anything about it. Because I was confused because I haven't really been in like a fender bender situation on the road or anything. I thought you're supposed to call the police and make sure there's a police report so insurance can see, oh, this really did happen. There's confirmation. There's a record of it. I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Private property
I don't
is
know any better.
Wild West.
They basically just said, it's private property. We can't do anything with that. And then my mom's like, well, what if somebody shot somebody in the parking lot? And I'm like, well, that's a crime. This is like civil, so it's a little different. So I understood.
That's how my dad got away with doing donuts in the BSU football field in his Cadillac because the cop tried to pull him over and he said, it's private property. You can't do nothing. And the cop said, I know. But I'm going to go sit and wait till you guys leave.
Yeah. So basically, the guy took his pics, left the note, and then left the scene, like, entirely. And people who saw it, you know, were kind of like, the guy didn't stick around. Like, if I was the one who did the damage, I would have walked into the restaurant and asked, hey, I hit this car. Can I please, you know, talk to the owner? Can we find the owner? Kind of thing. Because I wouldn't want to leave somebody on the hook like that.
Yeah, well, you're a good guy like that.
I don't know. It's just instinctual. Like, I wouldn't even think about it. I would just do that because I wouldn't want to screw somebody over. But in the case of that, I think it was just kind of shock. So, yeah. Anyway, moving past that, I called the police. I tried to set up at least an incident report is what they called it. So they gave me an incident incident report number.
That's good.
So at least I had a record. That's all I want. I just wanted to have a record that this happened at this time on this day.
In this
then I can
place.
point back to it if there's any issues down the line. It was just trying to do my due diligence.
Yeah.
Then the next step was call my own insurance and talk to them, explain to them what happened as best I could from what the witnesses told me. And, of course, during this time, I also talked to the people in the restaurant saying, hey, do you guys have any security cameras, anything like that pointed towards here? It's the front of your restaurant. I would expect there to be something. Unfortunately, as I later found out, they do not have cameras that point to the front parking lot in that area there. They have stuff on the sides, but not like right there, which seems odd to me. But they said, oh, we have like one in the building that points towards those doors, but you can't really see anything about what happened to your car. So like, it sucks. But at the same time, this is the part that killed me. I always,
Since
from my
the
previous
first
Jag to this one, have always had a dash cam installed.
Yeah.
Not just forward-facing, but forward, in-cabin, and rear.
Yeah.
And it's motion-detected, G-sensing, all that stuff. If there was an earthquake, it would detect it. If somebody walking around it would detect it. I took it out about a month and a half ago because I got the windows tinted, and it was just
you didn't
something
put it back
I didn't
in?
put back in because I just didn't want him to bonk it when he was working, and then I didn't put it back in. And for all the times I've ever had it, I've had like a couple of weird times on the road where I'm like, that's a little keeper of a moment. This would have been the time to have that camera. I'm so upset I did not have that camera. But yes, Umberto, that is something that I deeply regret. And I had a really good camera too, so it's just super frustrating. Anyway, I'm kind of dragging this out, but the point is that stuff happened, talked to my insurance, got it worked out, and then I called the guy. At this point, like an hour and a half had gone by because even though the officer was telling me he wasn't going to send anybody, I felt like he explained stuff in such excruciating detail that I was on the phone with him for in excess of 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, we got it. I'm good as long as we have some paperwork. So I called the guy. And one thing I wanted to do when I called the guy was ensure that I wasn't going to even give the chance or opportunity to have like some wiggle room for him to get out of something that he did. Fortunately, he was apologetic and he sounded sincere, and he said, hey, is this your cell number? I will text you a picture of my business card, or not business card, but my insurance card. And he did. But yeah, no, I kept it way not Dane-like, where I was super direct. I did not spare a single word I didn't have to, and I just kept it extremely to the point. Said, I need to go. I just need your insurance info. Okay, thanks. Yeah, this sucks. Bye. And just left it at that. So I just kept the interaction as minimal as possible.
Yeah. And say,
but
I hope
not,
you enjoyed your drive home.
Not being mean
I
or
gotta
rude.
ride with my brother now.
But I saw some people mention drink driving and stuff. I can't say that with any certainty, and as everybody has rightfully pointed out, the second that guy gets home, it's null and void. You can't do anything because in the eyes of the law, that person could have had those drinks at home or something if this person was drinking. There's nothing that indicates one way or the other that I'm aware of. And when I asked about the person's name to the restaurant, there was nobody in the restaurant who was under a party with that name, so he was part of someone else's party. Yeah. So there was no real record or way to follow that or get a sense of like, oh, they were at the bar drinking all that. Like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
But lots of people speculated.
But point is, they left a note.
Yeah, they left a note, and getting the car loaded on the truck, smashed it up some more, going on the truck, ripped out the fender liner, ripped around, scratched some stuff. It was just great. It was a great time. So, yeah, anyway, it's on its way out. So now, today, it's supposed to be getting dropped off at a collision center, and they'll work up a quote. So I don't know what's going to happen
Probably
yet at this
Friday,
point,
maybe. Hopefully, you'll find
maybe
out.
I'll hear
Thursday or
something by the
Friday,
end of the week.
Have an idea of damage.
Yeah. So I'm just in a weird spot right now with that, but kind of out of my hands, right? I can't do anything at this point.
Good news is you've still got the Flex to drive, so that's nice.
Funny story.
So you have that you can.
Yeah. So just when I thought that my week had officially hit its rock bottom, I had a new fun thing happen. This one I don't think anybody's aware of other than you guys, because I told you guys last night. I was on my way home from.
From work.
This is so bad. I was on my way home from work. I just locked up the building. Everybody was done. I wrapped it up, head out. And my oil light came on because, it's just the timer. It's not like it's saying your oil is low. It's just, the timer
you run
that
a
you
full
reset.
synthetic in that thing?
And I run a full synthetic in that thing.
All right. So you've gone 9,000 miles?
I mean, I said it's probably programmed for about 6,000 miles.
Okay,
but
nice.
it's not 3. I know that.
Okay, yeah.
So,
good.
yeah, I know 3 is just there.
Yeah, at least
money.
6. Right?
With
That's
synthetic,
what you want.
it's pretty safe. But 6 is all right.
Yeah.
So anyway, in that car, it knows. So I'm like, all right, I'll just stop by a Valvoline place on the way home.
Yeah.
Used to be Einstein's. They treated them a little nicer. The quality's a little better.
Yeah. Well,
whatever.
before that, they were called Oil Can Henry's.
Oil Can Henry's was another brand that was a little more expensive.
No, they all got bought by Valvoline.
Well, yes, but there were also Einstein's that
I
were
know, that's what
separate
I'm saying.
from Oil
Those
Can
two are-
Henry's. Yeah, those two both got bought up, though, and they all became Valvolines.
Yeah.
So anyway, went to a Valvoline because I was like, okay, I know the horror stories that everybody's going to say, oh, my God, don't
Dane,
go to that
I'm a
place.
Valvoline customer through and through. I'm
People-
also an Oil Can Henry guy.
There are certain. It's kind of like the people who swear that you should never own a car without a manual transmission, and if you own an automatic transmission, you're a loser. There are people who insist that all fast oil
Right.
places are garbage and they will blow up your car. That's not true. I've been through so many of them, and you
That's
hear
called
horror
the-
stories, but in my case, I have been fortunate every single time. Nobody installed filters incorrectly or anything else like
I've done
that.
oil changes. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
easy, but I don't want
Because
to do
yes,
that.
I am capable of doing it myself. I have done it myself.
Yeah, I don't
before.
want to do that.
But the point is, I don't want to do it myself every
Yeah,
time.
it's
Sometimes
much
I
easier.
just want to go through a place for like 20 minutes and then go.
Yeah,
and
piece
it's
of cake.
done. Woo, sweet.
Dane, I'm on your team. With
So
this.
high five.
You and
Team
I are
Quick
that.
Oil.
That's what we do.
So they did the oil change. Oil
Right.
change went great.
Perfect.
Everything worked just how it
Yeah.
should. But of
Pumped in
course,
that full
mind you, I'm
synthetic.
in my Flex because the Jag
Yeah.
is now
How bad was
smashed
the
up
air
sitting in
cleaner?
a thing. So of course, they bring out the filters, and I always go, no, I handle that myself. Mine was pretty decent. I would say
Yeah.
it was like 70-30.
You could still see through it.
30% worn, 70% good.
Okay,
So
nice.
it was on the good side. And my cabin air filter, everybody always brings up, cabin air filter. Cabin air filter is something I replace, and I'm fine with the one I got
Yeah.
on there right now. It's good. Then it gets to, they try and do a transmission, all these other things.
Yeah, they run through
They're
the
trying
services.
to upsell you, and I was fine with none of those. But one thing I have been planning to do was a radiator flush. I wanted to do a coolant flush
before winter.
on the Flex because I've never done one on the Flex, and because it has about 130,000 miles on it, I don't know the last time the previous owner did.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have a baseline. That's for me. It's just that's when I get a car, I like to replace all the fluid, so I am aware
Yeah.
of where the baseline is. Some people are very trusting. I trust for the most part, but I want to be
kids,
sure.
it's not like they just hire kids to work on this. They have to do
Sure.
some level of training.
There's some level of understanding. Is
Yeah.
it like professional mechanic
Otherwise, they're
level?
not
No,
doing those
usually not.
services.
But no, they can do these basic services, and I trust them to do that.
Yeah.
And if something's
They're not
wrong,
doing
they will
engine
tell you.
overhauls and transmission overhauls.
So,
Goodness gracious.
yeah, I'm getting choked up here. So, finished the oil service.
Mm-hmm.
They got to a coolant flush service they offered. The price was lower than I expected, and I had a coupon. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this thing. So, yeah, I said, it'll be an extra 15 minutes. I'm fine with that. I got time. I'm early on my way home. This is great. This is fine. So they start hooking up the machine. They're already under the hood anyway. They just, take off the coolant tube here, radiator, and all that stuff, and they plug in their machine that's going to pump it through. It just cycles.
Yeah, just flushes
basically.
it.
Flushes it, and then they replace the fluid at the end, cap it off, and you're done, and you go on your merry way. Like, you can do this the manual way where you're actually turning on your car and cycling it
and you
through,
hook up
which
your
I've
garden
also
hose.
done
Yeah.
before. But in this case, have them with the machine. It's faster. Just do
Yeah.
that. So they hook it up. And within about 30 seconds, they suddenly started getting like a little spray of coolant. And I'm like, oh, what's going on there? And you can see the confused look on their faces. We're like, what's going on? I thought maybe they just hadn't tightened it up enough when they were fitting it on there. No, it was a little
Cracked
different
hose?
than that. Apparently, the pressure from the thing started spitting up coolant in such a way that it escaped a hose down under my airbox, and the coolant found its way into the airbox. Something it had not done before, ever. So the airbox and the filter itself completely soaked with coolant. And of course, the guys feel terrible because they're like, well, that's not anything we'd ever expect. And they're looking going, well, this is... Okay, so they start disassembling the airbox. They start vacuuming and cleaning, and like they're trying their best not to let stuff settle, which I really appreciate. And they basically looked underneath and they're like, oh, this hose here, we can't see like a tear in the hose, but it seems like there's a wetness around here and he goes, but I can verify that wasn't wet like that before.
Yeah.
So something about plugging in the machine caused this to happen is what their determination must have been. But they're looking going, yeah. And of course this is happening at like 6 p.m. So their, supervisor's gone home or whatever. It's just these guys, like the manager on duty is gone, all that stuff. It's just them. And they're like, okay.
We don't know what to do here.
And they're like, we're going to call some people. So I'm sitting there while they call some other, folks. And they realize that all of their like higher management team is in Florida on some work trip.
Yeah.
So they're like, we can't get an answer for you right now that would leave us like in the clear. So I'm so sorry, but would you mind just parking your car off to the side, and we got to file a claim with corporate, and I'm like, oh my God, now I'm out both cars. Are you kidding? And the guys are like, no, I will say, and I recorded this entire conversation I had with them. I made sure I got everything they said in video. So if anybody decides to come at me for anything about anything, they verified the car was fine when it rolled in, and then the issue happened, and they wanted to take responsibility for it. So I made sure I got all this recorded very clearly. Anybody hear that and go, yeah, no, it sounds like they're taking ownership. And they did. Like, the guys who worked there did their absolute best to, like, we're so sorry. Like, we really understand this sucks. This is inconvenient, all that. And I'm not mad at them in the least, because even with the thing that happened, it seems like that was something the pressure from the machine did not them.
So then you basically went on your merry way.
Basically, they had me call up corporate and start a claim because they were not allowed to do anything without me doing that first.
Yeah.
And the whole point is so they can have a mechanic look at it. And my guess is it's going to be as simple as just replacing that hose. Replace that hose, and it's fine. It's good to go. There shouldn't be an issue after that. If there is, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because of the way this goes, it's like bureaucratic nightmare. They're just like, corporate's going to deny that it was a problem. They're going to say pre-existing condition, like, but we don't think that's true, and we want you to be taken care of. So we're saying, do this process, and we'll stick up for you on this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I recorded that whole conversation, too. I made sure. I'm like, I'm not getting screwed twice this week. This is not happening. So, so I did that, and that Flex is still sitting out there at that location in their side parking spot behind the building. I hope I hear something from the.
I saw it this morning when I drove by.
Yeah. So anyway, I got a ride into work from Glenn. Thanks, Glenn.
That's nice.
And Liz came and picked me up because literally it's just down the road from our house, so it wasn't hard to get home. But it's just the principle of the matter, right?
Now you're down 2 cars.
I was thinking there is no way. Like in my head after the jacket happened, I'm like, wouldn't it be crazy if something happened I just didn't have any cars at this point?
I believe
and then
it was.
I think I accidentally willed that into existence.
I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. Dane, Gabe and Anthony were trying to get you to buy a Miata that they saw on Facebook Marketplace, and you said
they think it's so funny when I buy new cars.
I don't need it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm good. And now,
so the guys were joking. They're like, "Man, Dane,
who would have thought?
You really screwed up by only having 2 cars." This is coming from the guys who have like
Dane,
6 cars each.
That's why we all have multiple vehicles, so that this doesn't happen. None of us are stranded in this position.
Yeah, so now my 3rd car is Liz's car.
Yeah.
That's the option, but she still has to go and run errands and stuff too.
Good news is you still have a car. So you're not trapped. You're not riding your bike. It's the perfect time to ride your bike.
This is the time to ride. Right as the storms are coming out, everything's changing.
But it's cool, so you don't have to worry about being too hot.
It's not that long of a ride. It's actually a very nice ride.
You could ride to work back.
Holy cow! I just thought there's no way, and never tell yourself that. You will jinx it. You'll cause something to happen that didn't have to happen. And somehow I just happened to manifest this. And
I guess
I am doubly carless. So that's how my
Jag is probably gone until December, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
you don't get to see it.
I won't be seeing it for probably at least.
It'll be a great
months.
Christmas present if you get it back before Christmas. How delightful would that be? And the Flex, hopefully, end of the week.
Yeah, my hope is the Flex thing is resolved quickly because. From what I saw, and I recorded in the video, like they pointed it out, like here's the thing, this is what we think happened. Great, okay. I'm totally unsure of how it's going to turn out because corporate bureaucracy tends to be slow. But the way they talked about it, they really wanted to make sure it moved fast. So I just have to hope that it works out. So anyway, that was my week. Weekend
fun
and
stuff.
week. And anyway, nobody knew that was coming, but that was a fun
Dane.
little bonus.
Really sorry.
So.
It was it's unwarranted. Nicest guy in the world.
Well,
having to deal with that.
Being nice,
so sorry,
unfortunately,
buddy.
doesn't prevent bad things from happening.
I know,
to people.
but it doesn't need to happen.
So you know what I did to make myself feel better?
You told Liz we're going to Express Cafe for dinner.
Well,
Main Street Burger.
we did that on the weekend after the Jack
okay,
thing because that really sucked. Which I drove the Flex to, and even the people you'll love this. Folks at the Express Cafe, because I posted on social media, they already knew about what happened to the Jag, and they're like, "We're so sorry!" Like as soon as they open the window, I'm like, "Oh my god!"
They follow you.
It's so funny, but yeah, no, it's. Thank you, Joey. I treat cars well. I do. It's just everything around them that's bad.
Yeah.
So thank you, but no, did that. But then what I did was last night I decided to watch the first and second Equalizer movies with Denzel, helping out nice
First
people
and
in need.
second.
Yes, I watched them back to
7?
back because I was in a mood. I was like, this sucks. I'm going to watch a movie where a guy just basically punishes bad people for doing bad things, and there's clear lines of good and bad, and we're just going to, and I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
A little bit of justice sauce.
Yeah. As my wife has stated here, Dane did not make an acceptable sacrifice to the car gods.
Right? I guess the sacrifice would have been spending more money and getting a third car.
Everything deserves an offering. You know, you get a new axe, you got to put some blood on the blade.
That's right.
You know, you get a new car, you got to put some blood on the car.
Guess that's what has to happen.
Same kind of thing.
So anyway,
I think when you get both vehicles back, well, here's what you do. You've still got the Elantra.
Yeah.
I think when you go home, you take a knife, you cut your hand, you squeeze some blood out on the hood of the car, and then you walk in and bandage your hand up. Just don't cut too deep.
Yeah.
But I think,
my luck, I would cut too deep.
I think that would take care of everything. Liz will probably wonder why there's blood all over the hood of her car.
I mean, it's a red car, so.
Well, true. Maybe not. Point is, at least, hopefully you've gotten rid of any of the bad juju that
I certainly hope so. I feel like this karmically is actually not punishment for something, but it's giving me an opportunity for something really good to happen in the future.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I'm going to choose to look at it. I'm going to be an optimist here. I can be a little cynical at times, but I'm going to choose to be an optimist here and think that this is setting me up for something very positive in the future. So that's kind of what I'm leaving people with today. I want people to leave on a happy note, a positive note, a higher note, because you're probably having a better week than me, and you can take solace in that fact. So, yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. But I will also say, don't worry, guys. At the end of this episode, we will be playing the video we played before the episode one more time. So if you didn't see it or you saw part of it and weren't sure what was happening, we'll play it one more time so everybody can see it, and then it'll officially, happen next week. We'll drop the video as its own standalone thing. You can comment, you can save it, all that good stuff, because then that sale it talks about will actually be happening.
That's right. So, thank you, Dane. Sorry about all your stuff.
Well, it's amazing. When Anthony's not here, he normally covers us in stories.
I know.
It was my opportunity when I normally don't have much suddenly to just, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we got to do. All right, Dane, take us home.
All right, guys. Well, as you know, click that like button. It helps us out, helps you out by helping us out. And it's really the easiest way to show your support without having to spend a dime. It's very appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to this channel or our other Rag Company channels, what are you doing? Get on that train. We appreciate you, and you'll be notified when new episodes come out. So my little social media posts don't have to be the only thing that catches your attention.
That's right.
Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I want you guys to watch this coming up right now. We'll see you later for Q&A.
See ya.
There we go. And we'll start talking like this. All right, and freedom to choose from brands around the world in any color microfiber towel you want.
As long as it's red, white, and blue.
Amen.
And cut, that's a wrap. Good job, team. Yeah, good job.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You coming to party tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there. Just got to get a change of clothes and snag my backpack from the warehouse, but I'll be there.
Hell yeah, man. See you there.
You got it.
You like doorbusters? Do you like doorbusters? Yeah, Yeah, that's the one. How about 20% off?
Kind of spooky in here. Hello? Anybody? Must have just been the wind or something. There you are. Guys? Come on, guys, this isn't funny. Guys?
Stop!
Hello, Ghostbusters. No, we're serious.
Great, because I have a ghost in my warehouse I need taken care of.
You do?
Yeah, I've called every other emergency service and no one has been able to help. They don't take me seriously.
Non-believers, they're more common than you think.
So you can be here? I need someone out right now.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll be right there.
We got one! Yeah! Awesome!
Well, now what do we do?
Suit up.
Are your guys' packs fitting okay?
Yeah.
Let me see
Mine
yours.
fits great.
Yeah. What about yours?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
it's
good.
be
Dave. It's fine. Let's
It'll
keep
be
going.
great.
So, what's the plan? Are we walking or?
No, I already took care of that.
Whoa, Dane! What? You made the flex look kind of cool.
It is cool. It was cool. It's always been cool.
It was never cool. Let's go.
I am impressed.
Oh, thanks.
Dane, this thing is sweet. It's like we're official ghost dusters.
Yeah, man, that's the idea.
I know. Enough talk. Let's get going.
Come on. Dane, I don't think that's
One
gonna.
second. I'm sure I can.
No.
Take off the backpack.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit.
Dane,
But
let me get you out of there. All right.
put that in the back, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Good
Yeah.
idea. Dane, go!
Jeez, guys. Jeez. Let me do my thing. All right, here we go.
All right, we're going. Get out. Oh, can't believe we got stopped. Sorry. Sorry. Hurry. Come on, let's go. Take your time. Yeah, just walk real slow. We're good.
Good job to do, man.
Close that thing. We're out. All right, go. Well, Dane, I can't believe you made a stop so you can get a haircut.
Yeah, Anthony, because your stop was so important.
Dane, that needed to happen. But I suppose the good news is that we're here.
Yeah? Yeah?
Glad you guys made it!
Jesus, where'd you come from?
Well, Aaron was last seen going into this warehouse here.
Wait, so you didn't see a ghost?
Well, I mean, not exactly.
Then why'd you call us?
Well, this place looks sketchy as hell. There has to be ghosts inside.
Yeah, he has a good point there.
I mean, we can check it out.
We are dressed up.
Yeah, we'll go inside.
Great. Good luck with that.
Is he wearing Brooks running shoes?
Must be.
He's sure moving.
I am so thirsty. Why don't we stop for sodas?
Levi, we made enough stops already.
Yeah, I am getting kind of hungry too. Maybe we can start for tacos after this?
I like that idea.
What about Express Cafe?
Could get some cake donuts.
That'd be nice.
So I really like carne asada tacos. I also like chicken tacos. Also, a big fan of chimichangas.
Yeah, I like just plain asada tacos.
I'm a big fan of chicken fried steak.
Dane, I don't think that's a taco.
It's an Express Cafe staple.
You know, for only being ghost testers for like 20 minutes, I feel like we're doing a pretty good job.
No!
Hold on, calm down.
I'm out. Listen, I signed up for tacos. I signed up for dress up. I did not sign up to hunt ghosts.
Ghosts are in the name, dude.
Yeah, stop being a baby. You're with us. We can get tacos after. Let's just get this done.
Promise we'll get tacos after?
We'll get tacos after.
Yeah, turn around, let's go.
You guys hear that?
No, you're fine. It's probably just the wind.
I think we should leave.
I think it's
we're
okay.
okay.
Come on,
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
We got it.
We're fine.
How about 20% off? How about mystery boxes?
My light's dead. Dane, give me yours.
Hey! Anthony, open the box.
I'm not opening the box, Dane. You open the box.
I can't.
I'm not opening the box.
We could all open it together.
Okay.